Good afternoon, morning, evening or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to Corncast number 39. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by Crease. Ruben.
Oh.
I have no context for that, but Jim told me to do it, so...
Okay.
I don't know if you want
I
to...
asked
James
Ruben
was
earlier...
Crease.
No, I asked you... I said to both of you earlier, who's Crease? And you said you'll be Crease. So,
Right.
Ruben's Crease. Yep,
No recollection of saying that.
you did.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got the pisser dictator himself, Jim.
Yeah, what's up? I'm dictating pisser.
And this is my favourite part, when I get to choose one for James. It's like a paragraph of names at this point. It's so much fun. Let's go with Smart Mort. Let's bring back Smart Mort. How you doing, Smart Mort?
I hate that one more than all of them.
Smart Mort.
Really? Okay, I mean, I could go
I
by
hate
Craig,
Craig.
Dazuko's.
I hate
bit of a
Craig,
compliment.
but that one just takes the cake.
Give it the cake back.
Before we get too deep into the show, let me shout out the Jar Media Patreon. If you support us on the Patreon, you can get your name read out at the beginning of each month, the first week, and you make the audio version of the show possible. It's that time, guys. It's that time of the week for a certain crucible and a certain barrel to come together and just bring conversations forward and put a nice little bow on it. Got a new name this week for this segment, or I saw a suggestion saying you should call it the comment comeback.
Comment comeback? How does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a bit cringy.
Yeah, too far personally, but yeah, I think Crucible Barrel makes more sense. Bacon Chicken 42 is going to start us off. Regarding just the fact we bring up poo so often, I picture that one jarling that starts gagging whenever poo comes up, and they said, I think it's me, so I'm sorry. Whenever we bring up poo, you got to think of Bacon Chicken 42 now. And Seth wrote in a more informative one, kind of explaining this Elon Musk tunnel bullshit we were talking about last episode.
Yeah,
I figured I'd put this in here. Yeah, because honestly, I was never interested enough to read the full thing. So this comment, as long as it's accurate, is a good way to kind of get up to speed with it. But Seth says, with the Elon Musk tunnel, it was originally supposed to be a hyperloop, a tunnel where the air is all vacuumed out to reduce friction and allow what was basically a single subway car to be sent to the other side at hundreds of miles per hour.
Wait,
The idea was scrapped because it's incredibly dangerous if anything goes wrong, and it would be incredibly expensive to make the tube strong enough to withstand the pressure. The design was then changed to a tunnel when you drive onto a railway line where your tyres are locked onto it and then you're sent through at 100 miles an hour. You'd need a Tesla to make sure they locked onto your tyres properly and didn't slip off and kill you. That was too difficult, and so they settled for an underground road. Besides all of the other reasons that it's a stupid idea that Alex pointed out, it would also prevent subways from being built wherever one of these tunnels are, which would actually help reduce traffic and wouldn't cost nearly as much to use. Sorry, the text was so small. But yeah, dumb idea.
That does make sense. I was under the impression they're still working on the Hyperloop stuff, because I know it's of interest to Dubai because it's just such a large place. And they want something like a Hyperloop to get between the big cities. But I didn't think they'd taken that and made it into car tunnels underground. I thought it was like they were like separate projects, but can't say.
I mean, maybe one day this kind of stuff, the technology might be able to manage it, but I don't know if we're quite there yet.
It's dumb. The whole thing's just dumb.
Just shooting cars around underground at hundreds of miles an hour in these tiny tunnels, I mean.
Just make a train. That's easier.
Yeah. And let's round off this segment with this one from Sajito X. James made me discover my bisexuality. I'm actually thankful. There you go.
See,
How's that feel,
thought it was a
James?
question.
I read this. I just want to understand the context.
Well,
Like,
presumably
what's
they
that?
didn't think they were bi, and then they saw you, and then
No,
you
no,
made them
I
realise
don't
they were bi.
believe-
Yeah,
that.
I think
I
that's
don't believe
exactly
that.
what happened actually.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
not many other ways to interpret it, to be honest.
No, I don't think there's any other way. In fact, I think that's the sole way one could interpret that. And I
Well,
can't
no,
say I
this
blame
could,
them.
no. It depends what. It
No,
depends.
no, it was that. No, it was that.
It depends on if the commenter is a boy or girl. If they
What does
were
it
a girl
matter
and
to you?
saw me and meant bye, I don't think that's a good thing, is it?
What if it was the other way around? What if they thought they were a lesbian and they saw you and they were like, shit?
Well, I'm
True,
sorry.
yeah.
I don't know what to say. Good.
No, it's
I'm
just
happy
putting you
for
on the
you.
spot. Let's do some topics. I did find one in the end, actually, but it is relating to a video game, so I'm not sure if we want to start with that. I know you-
Mine was related to a video game. So.
Jim, do you have anything? Is it video game related? Just to keep it varied or
I've
whatever.
actually got a few options, but
Number 3, my lord.
number 3. Okay.
Number 3, my lord.
Do you guys like the zebra from Madagascar?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Marty? Of
Yeah,
course,
Marty.
Chris Rock.
Exactly, Chris Rock. So I watched a live stand-up of Chris Rock recently.
Mm.
Pretty good, pretty funny. But specifically, how long do you guys think stand-up as a thing can exist for? Because I don't know if there's much of a market for it anymore.
What makes you say that?
Well,
Netflix
I'd say there's a
specials.
bigger market than ever, right? What do you mean actually going? What do you mean?
no, like actual stand-up, like going to a place and having a funny guy up on stage telling jokes.
When they do, like, I mean, what's the alternative? Because people like watching that, and the only alternative is a, like, just a straight to TV special. But even then, they film a special. So
No, you're thinking too inside the box. I'm thinking YouTube is taking all the people that would have been stand-up comics,
Yeah.
funny
Oh.
people, are just going to turn
See
to
what you mean.
YouTube, make videos for free. Like, you don't need to grind it out. You don't need to humiliate
Comedy club
yourself
and-
in front of all these people, like perfecting your routine. I think it's a dying industry. I just kind of want to know what you guys think.
Yeah, from what I know of being like a stand-up comic, because I've watched Joe Rogan, and he's had like a whole bunch of stand-up comics on. It's like it's one of the old-timey careers where you've got to grind so much. It's all about the people you meet, the connections you have with certain places to get sets. Yeah, I don't see that. I see it dying quite easily.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends like where you live too. I'm sure and it depends on the city and where you are in the country and everything. And obviously, the last couple of years, COVID would have murdered the the whole idea.
Yeah,
But I just feel like the popularity of Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, all these huge comedians that have their own podcasts and Netflix specials. So,
But
I don't
they're all from a different generation.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
comedians do you know of that are in their
The
like
young
20s?
No, there are. I just don't know any of their fucking names.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
they all
watch any of
suck
it,
because
But I know they exist.
No, I think it's way harder to go up on stage and like just reveal yourself to all these people and give something a go. And like it's got to be soul crushing when you get up on stage in front of all these real people,
And all they
like
say
faces looking at you, and they
is, show
don't
us your
laugh.
knob.
Yeah, they say some
yeah,
bullshit.
start heckling. Yeah, I honestly don't know enough about the comedy industry.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know anything about it really either.
But I can see what you're saying, because like when all the I guess Zoomers, when they're older, like what are their
I won't
kids?
laugh at anything anymore.
Like what are their? I'm thinking like what are the Zoomers
Yeah.
kids gonna be like?
No. Let's just ask right now: how many of us here have been to a comedy show?
I have once.
Okay, so Ruben has. Alex, have you?
I saw Rolf Harris and he winked at me.
Wasn't he playing
No.
music?
That was more music based though, but it was a bit of
Yeah.
like Rolf. It was a bit of like Rolfie doing his music, comedy,
Okay.
art,
and preying
A lot.
on
And finding his next
on
victims,
people,
yeah.
Okay, so I'll say 1.5 so far. James?
No.
No, I haven't either. So 1.5 out of 4 people of our generation have seen stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
The next generation, like, why would you spend like money when you can just go on YouTube and watch funny guy talk about memes on YouTube?
Man, why even go that far? You can get a
clips.
punchline without even any setup on Instagram and TikTok and everything. Like,
Yeah.
All based
humor's
on a
getting
collective
crazy
meme.
now.
All based on collective memes, like not even
Mhm.
memes as in, oh, hilarious YouTube meme, but like memes, the DNA of the soul.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Do you think memes have damaged comedy as a whole?
No, they've damaged the world. I was thinking about this the other day, like when reading the old Trollface comics and early meme shit. Did you ever imagine that it would turn into this like corporate nightmare where like memeing is like it's like a marketing strategy now and it's all part of
Like the
KFC
memer.
Spain.
Like the memer.
yeah.
My father.
How do you guys feel about that? Because I don't know. It just seems so.
About what?
You know, these like companies all over.
KFC Spain. That's the main one everyone knows.
Well, I swear there are more, but I never like. There are usually American companies, to be fair, like these takeaways that like we don't have, so I just never remember what they are. But
KFC
you know.
Spain is like the most extreme. That's like the weird online humor. While like Wendy's and all that, that's like normie online humor.
Hmm.
And who finds normie internet humor funny? Posted by Wendy's.
Loads of people.
Yeah, thousands.
But I'm in the KFC boat, okay? Spanish KFC, that is.
I think
I'm in uninstall Twitter.
No, yeah,
Boat.
yeah.
we're in a weird place where like companies want to be memed, even if it's
Yeah.
bad. It's the any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and they fail hard sometimes, like that.
Yeah, it can be super
Daisy Ridley
embarrassing.
movie, Chaos Walking, had this cringe like Twitter account with like a few hundred followers that was like really trying to get some viral marketing going, and it was just such a failure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if you're finished with that stand-up thing, because I'm not really sure how I feel on that one. Maybe all the up-and-coming stand-ups can leave their...
Well, yeah, that's another
comment.
thing. Like, who aspires to be a comedian now? Who aspires?
I've
to
only
all this
met one
different shit?
person who was like really obsessed with stand-up, and their whole thing was about stand-up. And they might be the least funny person I've ever met too.
I was racking my brains, like, who's he talking about? Got it there. Yeah.
You'll have
Yeah.
to tell me after the cast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no other thoughts?
Absolutely no thoughts at any time.
I've never had any thoughts.
We can check back in 10 years and see the comedy landscape.
All right, put a footnote. 10 years time. Set a reminder on your phone.
Hey Siri, start a timer for 10 years.
Start a timer for 10 years of comedy.
Allow for 10.
If we're done with that, I've got my topic, which is... It's going to be a Destiny like thing.
No,
Fuck's
no.
But what it is it's an article that
quick
kind
one,
of
man.
boils down my problem with Destiny overall. I think it just summarizes the problem with Destiny so well. This is an article from Push Square.
Yeah.
Guess how many currencies Destiny 2's new transmog system adds? So I'll read some of this.
Isn't it 4?
So in order to change the appearance of a single armor piece, players will first need to acquire 3 different currencies. Defeating enemies will drop Synth Strand, which is used to buy bounties. Completing those rewards, Synth Cord, which is then converted into Synth Weave back at the tower. You then use the final currency to turn an unlocked piece of armor into a universal armor ornament, which can then be applied to whatever you have equipped. This sort of process is nothing new to Destiny 2 players, but it all feels so overly complicated for a feature that should have been a slam dunk for Bungie. There's a bit more I remember reading. Yeah, here we are.
Because they make it complicated because you can buy the final synth bollocks with silver.
That's what I was about to get to here with this. Twitter users have been crunching the numbers since this announcement, and if you wanted to transmog every piece of armor in the game, it would take you just under 34 years to have enough synth weave to do it. That's right, because it's locked to 10 per season.
20 in the first season.
Or if you wanted to take the Eververse route and buy templates, it would cost you anywhere in the region of $6,000 to $12,000 using the current system. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's because they realized that, they realized that people weren't spending any money on fucking silver anymore. Because there was no reason to. And why am I saying that? I don't know, maybe I was in like a weird group of people who just didn't spend any of their Bright Dust. Because
I have a feeling silver makes them a ton of money.
Yeah, it probably does. I had a lot of bounties. I did a thing where you save your bounties and some other shit. I never buy anything with Bright Dust, so I had like 22,000 Bright Dust. Most of the shit is unappealing, and I'm like, it's just garbage. But there are some people who have to buy it all. They got to have it all, whereas I just don't give a fuck. So yeah, maybe. I guess they just wanted to make more money.
It's been a meme in Destiny since the beginning, pretty much, the currency thing. Like, it's not fun, it's stupid. They're convoluting it even more. And it's a feature that, maybe this would have been exciting like 4 years ago. But like, dude, well, it's like such a basic feature for the game that's based around loot and customizing your character and choosing how you want to look, and they're only just adding this kind of ability, and when they implement it, it's just the most obnoxious Destiny 2 way of doing it. It's like... Man, what do you think of it, Jim? From the sounds of this,
they're really not doing themselves any favors.
Yeah, but the Destiny community just is they've been so desperate for it for so long that they don't care.
But this is the thing, like, even back when Destiny 2 released and it was found out they're doing that weird XP glitch stuff, well, not glitch, you know, I can't remember what it was exactly.
So that it was because they had this thing where once you got to the highest level, every 3 levels you would get like a pack that would give you cosmetic shit that you'd have to pay for, and they were changing how much XP you earned depending on how close you were to earning another one.
Yeah, I mean there are countless examples of them just being dicks with the systems and stuff in the game, and like every time, do you remember in Destiny 1, every time there was a new expansion, they just completely changed the way like leveling worked and the way you upgraded. Ugh. I
think
it's just like, it's the same shit.
From the get-go, they sort of overestimated themselves. They tried to do more than they're capable of.
Yeah, they don't have like a systems baseline, so like every 6 months they completely change the way this stuff works. So whenever I go into the game, it's like, what is even going on at this point? You got to like learn and catch up. It's just, I mean, people are addicted to it and like it, but man.
Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be enough like game.
You know, with addiction, you know, there's that thing of like, how can the thing that's hurting you be the thing that will make it better? And then, but with a game, that seems to get kind of complicated because you're playing a game, and if you're playing a game, that's meant to be fun, like, no matter what. So, and
I guess everyone has their own like line on where when it stops being fun.
When the fun
For
stops,
me, it was like a few thousand hours. Yeah,
that's a good quote, actually.
What, when the fun stops, stop?
Yeah. Did you come up with that, or did...
It's the gambling awareness
Damn.
thing this country has, yeah. What do they call it? Safe gamblers? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring that up, just to see how stupid and bad it is, and just more justification for why I just haven't touched the game in so long.
Yeah, right.
I was planning on downloading it, because I'm pretty sure it's meant to be coming to Game Pass. Yeah, the more I hear about it, the more I think like...
On PC, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the more I hear about it, the more I'm just not interested in giving it a try.
Well, I got a message the other day from someone I used to play it with. Well, we both used to play it. He doesn't play it anymore either. And he's just like, yo, we're going to grind out the Guardian games, which is just some fucking vapid event that's in the game at the moment. And I was just like, no. And he was like, absolutely, just like agreed, like, yeah, fuck that. It's no Destiny Summer, was what it was, no Destiny Summer. How can you have a fear of missing out? Yeah, there's no fear of missing out if you ever play again.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while since I've like interacted with the systems. But with these events, don't they often have all the stuff in the Eververse store anyway?
Yes.
So
Yeah, they have a load of Eververse stuff and a load of just like new cosmetic shit, and usually a new currency or two that you have to earn as a part of the event.
it's like it's the Destiny thing, isn't it? It's like cute at first when it's like new and fresh and mysterious, but yeah,
Cute is
stuff
the
at
word.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it reminds me of that thing I like as well. Because it's made by the people that made that thing I liked.
Mm.
But then, that's what like the last 10 years of games have been for me. It's just like, remember that thing you liked? And
Here's a
always built up with
bleak
the thing we liked?
shadow
It's-
of itself.
It kind of just
Here it
seems like
is.
that's what culture is becoming.
Yeah.
Here's that thing, you know.
Remember
The
that
what-
thing you liked, but not with any of the shit that made it good to begin with?
Yeah, it's Ready
Well,
Player
it might-
One. The world
it
is
might just be a
actually
phase.
becoming Ready Player One.
It's that nostalgia quote. Fuck. Hang on.
When
keep
everyone's
talking,
super,
Alex.
no one will be. So someone asked for a quote. That's where my head goes. That's a quote. I mean, it might just be a phase though. Like the nostalgia thing, it might be less of a like total cultural shift as much of it's like just a temporary cultural sort of fixation, and we'll move on from it. Or rather, it will be milked to death in the same way they are milking these properties to death.
I think, yeah, the
on.
theory is like the cycles of nostalgia get shorter and shorter.
Mm.
And then eventually there's nothing to be nostalgic about anymore, you know, because we've
just move
gone
on.
through the 80s already, but all of our like current culture is all like based on 80s stuff. So does it start again?
Bit of
I
90s
guess?
as well. Bit of 90s.
We are getting to the 90s now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has shifted into the 90s. Forget we're in the 20s. It's fucked.
The 2020s.
Yeah, I prefer that as to being in the 10s.
Yeah, the 20s sounds better than the 10s. Single
Like, who
syllable.
called it the
just
10s?
shit. Like, no one.
No one. Yeah, you call it like the early 2000s, I guess.
The noughties.
Now,
the
Yeah, the
noughties.
noughties.
And you just sort of like 2010 period. So I'd rather say.
so we're
We
in our
haven't gone off
20s
to
in
a
the
good
20s.
start.
No, it's been yeah. Do you think 2029 will be as bad as 2021?
No,
Yes.
I don't think it could be.
No, I don't think it possibly could be.
Yeah.
Someone's going to play us this clip 8 years from now.
You can't say this year's going to be... You can't say that. We're only 4 months into this year.
Oh, be
It just
be
sucks.
hopeful, James, please.
No, I was thinking about this year has just been like one of the shittest years.
Yeah.
Last
Last
year
year
we
was
had-
the shittest.
Well, no, we had the initial mystery and excitement. It's this last
Were
year
you
was
excited?
no, last year was the Destiny 1 of this year. This year is just the Destiny 2 of this
Yeah,
year.
it is the Destiny
take.
2 of lockdowns.
Destiny
Yeah,
1 had all the mystery and whoa, and this year's just like, oh, it's the same but fucking worse.
this
They know
again.
exactly how it
Yeah,
goes.
I disagree. It's been 4 months.
Sounds like somebody's a Destiny 1 Rise of Iron fan.
Yes.
Can't let go of Destiny 1.
Gives me headaches.
Well, here's a good game. Apex Legends.
Hey.
yeah. I gotta say, I'm into Apex Legends at the moment.
I
I'm
think
just fully into it, like
we all are.
just a battle royale.
I think this is the first time where we've all completed a season pass of a game
I've not.
within the season. You will shut up.
No, I won't. It's only like, what? Less
10
than 2
days.
weeks? Yeah. Not happening. But I
It's
have
the fact
nearly
it's
completed on
anchored
before.
around that like Titanfall universe.
Mhm.
You know, it adds so much because I find with like Fortnite, like the aesthetic alone is enough to put me off, and it's like, what's the lore of Fortnite?
No,
I'm sure it's there.
Fortnite can't have lore
Yeah.
because it's just absorbed so many properties.
No, but they're trying. Like,
Yeah,
do
but
you
it
see
just
this,
doesn't
like-
work. It's the same. It's the fucking Ready Player One thing.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
That's the most accurate description of all
When James sent me on Instagram the trailer for this season, my timer is going off for 10.
Your 10-year timer.
yeah. We made
Shit.
it, guys. How are things?
Oh
How's
shit!
comedy,
What's
man?
my plan? What the fuck? Sorry.
But yeah, James sent me that trailer for
Here's the
new
recent-
Apex thing. Or not Apex, sorry, Fortnite. And said Ready Player One, and it's like, yeah, we're there. We're there already. In Ready Player
yeah.
One, it's like decades from now. But no, that's what it's become.
Yeah.
And the combination of like Battle Royale. Fortnite is the reason Battle Royales are sort of looked down upon.
Yeah.
But they're
And
also the
Apex-
reason that it's like a huge thing, though. Like on the scale
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. But Apex is the reason it's not like a total travesty.
Fortnite like came up with it or whatever, or they got it to that they boomed it, and then Apex
PUBG,
is kind of
was the like.
I don't think they
Yeah,
even
but that was
created
like-
it.
It just sucked.
yeah. But Fortnite is like the winner, I'd say, out of all of them, the ultimate winner. But Apex is the good one.
It is just a good game though. Like even if it wasn't a battle royale, it'd still be a great game because it's just good.
And actually, it kind of delivers story in a similar way to Destiny, but it actually works and is appropriate with like the whole way it's set up. Because it is just a battle royale where you're playing like multiplayer games and like there's no expectation really outside of that. So it's like a free to play. You jump in and when you start reading about the characters and the comics and shit that are all in there, it's a cool way of doing it.
It's the same way Overwatch has done it, but Overwatch failed at it. Well, Apex hasn't.
Because it just had shit writing. Overwatch just had
Yeah.
shitty, embarrassing writing, whereas Apex is actually like, all right, you know. I watched all of those today, all of those tales from the Outlands. All right, you know, I like the different styles, just the different styles of animation in each one. I thought it was just a cool little thing. There's only one I didn't really like very much because I just thought it was like it's not really a story. It's kind of shit.
Yeah, I didn't realize that like when the maps change and when new characters are added, it's actually like lore stuff and it's all like connected.
Hmm.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah,
to,
it
like,
actually
dribble it
makes
into
me
a multiplayer
regret.
game.
It makes me
Missing
regret that
everything.
I wasn't just playing it passively the whole like since it's
Yeah.
been out.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite what it is. So reading about all that stuff and how much thought they've put into all the characters and how they like their histories and the way they intertwine. It's genuinely like cool stuff for just like a dumb battle royale shooter thing, but
Yeah, and like you said, because you've been playing Titanfall 2 campaign as well,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
That
really good.
world, as good as Titanfall 2 is, that world seems kind of surface level. There's like
Yeah, they
it's
don't do
just
the best
a-
job of explaining why the conflict's like going on. to be
no,
honest.
it's just standard Star Wars Empire against
The Pride
Sick
of
as
militia.
fuck. Yeah, just sick as fuck bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just there for when your Titan just throws you around. That's why I'm playing it. I mean,
Yeah. But Apex has actually improved the Titanfall universe.
yeah, because each character has to be like a distinctive personality because it's kind of like a hero shooter thing
Yeah,
in that
totally.
Overwatch way.
And I was saying to Ruben earlier, some of those tales from the Outlands,
Mhm.
they could be like a whole TV show episode.
Like a Netflix series or something.
Yeah, I'd watch that. Some
I
of the
don't
shit.
think we're far off that kind of stuff. I mean,
I'd love to
It
watch
makes
one of
sense.
the Pathfinder one. I really liked that Pathfinder one.
Yeah, some of the ideas are so solid.
Like the
Mm.
two that stood out is the Pathfinder one and the Wraith one because they're quite longer. They're not as short because they normally vary from like 1
Yeah,
to 2
yeah.
minutes.
see,
and then
for
there's
me,
10.
it was the Revenant one. I love that. That
Yeah,
story,
that one
the,
is incredible.
But
the
that's
murder
because
robot with like
So
all the
edgy.
bodies. Yeah, but then the way it relates to the other character as well
Mm.
of Loba. Awesome.
they just the way they've implemented all the backstory for it is it's all done properly as it should be, and that's kind of what you expect from Respawn because
Mhm.
that's what they're good at.
Yeah. Who's your like favorite legend then? If we want to round off this segment.
It's hard like the the animated videos made me like Pathfinder more. But I just like Wraith.
Typical
Jack.
Wraith player.
Yeah.
The average Wraith appreciator. No, the average Wraith enjoyer versus the average Pathfinder appreciator.
No, I like a lot of characters. Like I like Revenant just because he's edgy. Like he's just edge. That's it, and I like that. But
His design is cool. I like the way he moves in the animation. I really liked that. Just using the fact that yes, he is a robot and he has weird, janky robo movements.
I love the like marketing stunt they pulled with him, where they're like setting up a different character as joining.
So fucking good.
It's such a good idea. That's so creative and fun.
Good studio.
Yeah, they're really good. I like Caustic myself.
yeah, that
An
only
actual
like
psycho.
Yeah,
Yeah, the serial killer.
Because I don't actually know his lore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, he
it's-
is. He's a serial killer.
He's a straight up. He's obsessed with like science. He's
Because
basically
I watched part
GLaDOS.
of that Pathfinder one. Is there there's like a little snippet of
Yeah.
what looked like Caustic
Yeah.
in like
Yeah,
a
that's
lab.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
years ago.
Pathfinder's friend, the detective guy, has spent his whole life trying to track down the serial killer that is Caustic.
That's
Just by
awesome.
chance, Pathfinder just has seen him.
Yeah.
So why does he use gas traps then? Is he
Because
invent
he's
the
science.
poison?
It's just a gas that I get. He designed the Nox shit. The guy keeps mentioning it in the trailer. Just rattling on about Apex lore. So for anyone that actually doesn't give a shit or hasn't watched them, sorry.
Yeah, they got time codes.
Yeah, he's got a time code. Yeah, Bloodhound best character though. No, Bloodhound
Yeah,
best
in
character
terms of
players, but
gameplay, yes.
yeah, Pathfinder was my guy back when before he was nerfed, and
I've always
I
liked
like him the most as a character.
He's like a well. First of all, he's got the grapple from Titanfall 2,
Exactly.
so he's sick as fuck. But in terms of the character, he's like you can't not like just like an ignorant dude, you know?
Yeah, just got
He's
no
like
idea what's
Claptrap.
going on.
He
Totally
was awesome.
innocent. He's innocent. That's the
He's
thing.
goofy and fun. But basically, our team is just normally Bloodhound, Octane, Horizon. That's
No, that Octane is my favorite character.
Yeah, mine
I
is
think
Horizon.
He's
Everything
got
about
fun,
him.
like lore,
Well,
doesn't he?
his lore, the reason he exists, he is the speedrunner of the
Well,
Gauntlet.
he was inspired by because to get the world record in the Titanfall 2 Gauntlet, you have to throw grenades to like boost yourself using the grenade explosions. It's like a grenade jump, but horizontal movement instead. And the lore
They,
is that he was doing the Gauntlet and he blew off his legs by grenade jumping.
They
Because
have
he's all
it
about
in,
like building up his fan base and stuff, isn't he? It's
Yeah.
all- yeah.
They have the grenade. That same movement thing applies in Apex, where you get launched by frag grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I gotta
consistent
say
there as
the
well.
I find the character design really strong. Like that was one of the problems I always had with Overwatch, where there was just not like a consistency to what they're drawing from. You got like a ninja and like a hamster and a bunch of just like random shit. Whereas I feel like here there's like
It's
a
a bit more
cohesiveness. It
consistent
feels like it's
because-
all part of the
Yeah, the same world. Like it can all happen.
yeah.
Basically, Overwatch is shit. Apex, pretty good. Oh no, obviously Overwatch is getting a sequel, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't see that going well.
I don't understand why they're doing it. It's like a
Yeah.
single player, but also a new map. I don't know. It's a marketing nightmare because I
I
don't
think
understand what it
it's-
is.
I think it's been too long. Like the focus has completely gone off Overwatch now. Like it's dead. I don't want to use the term as like a game's dead, but like who actually cares about Overwatch? Like
Well,
anymore?
it would be like making Apex Legends 2. Like,
Yeah.
where do you begin? Do you get rid of all the characters you already have? Do you redesign them, rebalance them? Like, or are they the same and you're just adding a few more? Like, weird.
But if you're gonna make a live service like that, you don't make a sequel. You can't.
Well, yeah, now the model is you just got your platform and you just keep updating it. We back after these Overwatch messages.
God, I can't wait for Overwatch 2 porn.
Life can be a dick sometimes, so get your dick from out your hand. And don't be a dick, wear a dick. Dig the Head t-shirts available now. Check the description below. Welcome to the second half of The Corn, where we answer questions from the Jarcast subreddit. There's a suggestion thread where you can ask whatever you like. Cheese It Zings 123 is going to start us off. Does James still like short-haired girls?
I don't have. I like anyone and everyone.
Yeah, because Ayamu Paya replied saying, "Don't forget girls with hair so long it goes into their asshole. It's all about the extremes with James."
I mean, that is true. It is always about the fucking extremes.
I still find short hair cute, but it's like I don't have a preference. It's just what it is.
And just define what short hair is, because it's like different, isn't it? Short hair on girls is like different. Short hair on boys.
I guess above the shoulders.
Right. Okay.
It's like it's above shoulder length. That's
between the ear and the shoulder. Is that it? Not
yes,
between the
just
ear.
hair.
Between the top.
Just hair length.
So what would you say if there's a woman with shorter hair than that?
Get out of here! No!
Get away from me!
Like, I don't have a preference.
Yeah, you
If I'm
do,
in
because
love
you
with
just said
them,
that you do.
Why would it matter? Like, I love
You can
them
find all.
either way.
Okay, this is a silly pussy boy point here, right? Because you
What?
can be attracted to a quality of something. Hang on, I need to stop my plane crashing. Hang on. All right, you can be attracted to qualities about people, and then the person you end up with doesn't have any of the things that you thought you gave a shit about, but you're still like, I still find those physical traits attractive.
No, because you fall in love with someone over their personality, not their looks. So why would their looks matter if they change something that
That's
you?
not true. That's not true.
No, that
You
is
have to-
true.
You have to find people physically attractive as well, usually.
No, but here's the thing: when you're in love with someone, you're going to find them physically attractive no matter what, because you're in love with them. It's the romance.
What did you
part of it.
first? What did you first see about them? When a human being first comes to be aware of another human being, we make our first opinion of them in 15 seconds based on how they look, typically, or maybe like how they sound for a moment.
No, it's just what car they drive.
Okay, James, let's boil it down into this then. Do you prefer
Big dick or a small one?
Both.
Well, yeah, you can answer that
Either
first if you want. I'm trying to remember. You know Rapunzel.
Okay, this is good.
The
That
character.
is the extreme.
I'm sure you know. There's that Disney movie Tangled, right?
Yeah.
With
Do you
Rapunzel.
not know that?
Yes, I do know.
Oh,
yes.
right, I was going to say, like, you
But
don't know
the reason I'm
Rapunzel.
bringing it up is because the character has two designs. She's got the movie where she has crazy long hair that goes up her ass, and at the end in the wedding scene she has like the short hair. Which do you prefer? Google it if you need to.
That's
Wait,
what I'm doing.
She has short hair at the end?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never watched that movie.
Sorry,
Yeah, come on.
spoilers for Tangled. Only 11 years old.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if I had to say, it
Which you
would
do have to. Got a gun to your head.
be short hair.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
It's cute. It's cute. What can I say?
Okay. Jim, take this one to the lab.
They're way ahead of you.
Lindsay Nin has a less cute question. Do the Mingers of Jar put their toilet paper back or front?
I was going to say, I hope it's about shit, and I knew it. Of course it's about shit.
No, it's not actually about shit specifically. It's about, just one of the items involved with toilet time.
Okay, so what was it again?
Toilet time.
Do the Mingers of Jar put their toilet paper back or front? So does the paper dangle against the wall or away from the wall if you're putting it on the toilet roll
Is it-
holder
watch it.
bullshits?
Can I give a
Oh.
chaotic answer?
Mm.
I don't
I
use
don't-
the
yeah.
toilet roll hanger.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a
it's just-
veto.
But if it were to hang, it would be so that there's space in my hand. So it's the hanging bit is away from the wall. You need that, like, hand
Yeah,
space there. Yeah, definitely.
That seems like the
doesn't-
obvious answer.
yeah, I think that is the prevailing and predominant sort of attitude towards it. Is like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Have you ever
Yeah.
gone into a pub and it's done the wrong way?
Yeah, it makes me
I
so
find that
angry.
Yeah.
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 I turn it around.
It's
Straight
like,
up,
how
we'll
did you?
turn it around.
Yeah. If it's easy to do, I'll turn it around. Yeah. If it's in
Oh,
one of
yeah,
those
only if
boxes
it's
and
easy.
shit, no.
Oh,
Oh,
when
no,
they put
no,
them the
I
wrong
never
way
go that
round
far.
in the box, they're evil. That's pure
Oh,
evil.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes beyond chaos. That feels like targeted, like evil.
Just
Yeah, 'cause-
those toilet box holder things, they are just evil, full
Well,
stop.
it's the mark of an establishment that's like attracts a crowd that can't be controlled.
Yeah, with the 0.3 ply, like, tissue.
Mhm.
Oh
Like,
no,
it's
no.
like sandpaper on your asshole.
Some places don't have like an actual roll of toilet paper. They have like a stack of them. Those ones are terrible because you can't pull them out. So you just tear
Mhm.
them when you get them out, and there's pieces everywhere. Fucking hate those ones.
Oh dear, Peg Fan 2 has one for us. Hey Mingers, I require your insight to settle a bit of a debate with my girlfriend. Who would win? The penguins of Madagascar are 1 billion minions. I think that the minions would win through sheer numbers, as the penguins would not have the energy to sustain fighting that many minions. To try and prove this, I calculated that if 1 billion minions stood on each other's heads, that would be able to reach the moon, come all the way back, then get 3/4 of the way to the moon again. However, she insists that the raw power and tactical ability of the penguins would be strong enough to overcome every single minion. Thoughts?
Probably blend in with them or something, wouldn't they? They'd like kill 4 of them and wear their skin.
You
I'm
can't.
going to adjust this question slightly because I feel like the billion thing throws it off. I'm just going to simplify it down to Gru's army of minions. Gru's army of minions versus the penguins.
No, it's just-
What do we think? How many does he have?
I mean,
A
you
dozen,
see in the movies, he's got hundreds. But they are stupid
yeah,
chicken nuggets.
I don't. The Madagascar penguins have like pure chaotic energy. You can't beat them.
And
They
an
will
incredibly
win.
high success rate. The minions are kind of bumbling. And fuck up all the time and they're unreliable. But in a cinch, they can really prove themselves, as you see in Despicable Me 2.
Penguins.
Or any of them, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I'm going to give it to the penguins just because of the sheer ingenuity. But
Yeah, I think their capitalist ideals will convince the
Mhm.
minions to actually team up.
Harriet the Egg has one for us. Hello there, this is my first time commenting and I made a Reddit account just to ask this little question. Please do interpret and tweak as you please. If you're a creature in the wild, what would be your mating call and how would your ritual/dance go?
Oh,
Love you, Mingers,
no,
stay frosty.
No. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't think it, don't say it.
Don't think it. A normal one. I'll do a normal bird one.
What, you're a human, you're not a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but what about mating call if I was an animal? I'll just be a bird doing a normal bird one.
I'd crump.
That's your dance, but what's your noise?
Me.
Yeah.
Peter. Peter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough question.
It's kind of one you have to think about. You have to picture yourself in the forest and you got to let out that guttural screech to attract a mate.
Oh no, I'd pick that. I don't know what animal it is, but it's just that call. That call we've been used in Call of the Hunter, the Wild, or whatever. That one. That one.
Is it like a
That
duck
shit.
thing?
Yeah. What does it even attract? I don't remember what the fuck it attracts. So
Meese.
meese.
Oh man. Jake the Pog. That's one. Hello Jar Boys, a serious culinary question here. What Star Wars species would you be willing to eat if they were cooked properly and served to you at a restaurant? Some
Ewok.
nicely seasoned Ewok steak, crispy Baby Yoda bacon, barbecue Mon Calamari? What about Wookiee with a side of potatoes cooked in Jabba fat? A nice plate of Watto stew for 600 Republic credits? Or even Bantha pie? I need answers.
Ewok burger.
I don't know. There's nothing really that alluring about Ewok meat to me.
You don't
What Star Wars creature is alluring?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm gonna say Sarlacc, Because I feel like that's sort of bougie, like
Yeah, like eating caviar, you know. Like,
yeah.
no one really likes it, but they all pretend to.
Yeah.
I'm curious about blue milk, but that's not really something you cook. What barbecue mon calamari sounds alright because it's just
Yeah,
squid.
I mean,
Squid, right?
Yeah.
But they have some level of sentience and like they speak English.
Yeah,
and
that's the
stuff.
messed up thing.
Wow.
But I suppose, to be honest, in that universe, there's
Probably
a lot of
happens.
they're all it's a pretty hardcore ecosystem in the Star Wars galaxy. I mean, you got Rancors, you got your Sarlaccs. I wouldn't eat a Wookiee either, though. That's just fucked.
Yeah, that seems kind of.
But you would eat a
Kinda messed
calamari.
up.
A mon calamari.
I think I'd have to, yeah. Yeah.
Why not a
I mean,
Wookiee?
what
Wookiees
else?
can't
What else
even
am I going to
speak.
eat? Because you don't know how much like good meat is underneath. You know, it could be like Argy, and they're just mostly fluff. And they're just a tiny bit of muscle underneath.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh, I know it would be good. Those ticks from Attack of the Clones. I want one of those on a plate. You know the ones I'm talking about. The Anakin rides in the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down one of those.
How about the giant worm that almost eats the Millennium Falcon?
That probably doesn't taste that good.
Yeah, but I bet it could feed like the entirety of
Yeah, probably could feed like.
poverty-stricken
Like a whole
nation.
planet.
Yeah.
Leg 27 has one for us. Hey lads, question for Alex. I know you're a big Dino fan. I was wonder what are Alex's favourite Dino movies, excluding Jurassic Park and the Mario movie, of course. Also, have you seen any of the show Primal? It's directed by the same guy that did the second Clone Wars series, and I think it's one of the best shows I watched during lockdown. Cheers, Mingaroos. To be honest, there aren't that many Dino movies. There was that paleontology movie that just came out that I kind of want to check out, but if you can't include, I mean, why can't you include Jurassic Park? First Jurassic Park, awesome. Land
It's not
Before
the only
Time.
one worth it, you know. So.
I personally like Primeval.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, Primeval is essential viewing. Going back to the question though, with this show Primal, I've actually seen. There's like a movie version, I guess, that has a few of the episodes, and it is really good. That Samurai Jack guy, that art style is really good. Yeah, that honestly, most of it is aimed at like Land Before Time audience type stuff, you know, because most people don't care about dinos. It's the sad truth. Did you guys ever see that 2D Clone Wars bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
they
remember
added
that.
it to Disney Plus, I think. So I might have to
Oh,
check it
okay.
out again.
It's on Disney Plus.
I'm pretty sure they added it to like a legacy section. Cool idea. Deludry. That's one. Hi Mingarino lads. I've been rewatching old episodes and that has awoken 3 questions deep inside of me. Number 1, what the fuck is Alex on? Number 2, when are you gonna do that review of Jumper you never delivered on? And number 3, and now the non-Mimi question. Did you guys ever suspect that James wasn't feeling well in earlier episodes?
What?
Yeah, what?
What episode to be on about, and what type of?
This must
What?
be a crazy early jar with in the period where you just weren't in it for ages. Remember?
Yeah, I had huge swollen nuts and I couldn't walk.
Hmm?
That's why I wasn't on the cast.
Jumper came up the other day randomly. I'd forgotten about that bullshit.
Jumper. Fuck.
Hayden Christensen, going back to the prequels,
Wait, he's in it?
teleporting. Yeah, he's the main
The main
character.
character.
Him and Samuel L. Jackson,
Wait, what?
and he's
Wait,
like,
what?
yeah, he's
What?
like teleporting around the world. It was like big.
That's
This was huge in 2008, man.
Mm.
I didn't know it was my boy.
Yeah, they tried to give him a movie, and that no one really likes him that much, other than Star Wars fans.
It's got quite a funny poster. Where he's like standing next to the pyramids. He's like
Yeah.
on a sphinx.
Mm. God, so lame.
Oh yeah, that was Doug Lyman, written by David S. Goyer.
I like that movie.
Okay, I am going to rewatch it at some point, but
Yeah, we are going to rewatch it. Yes.
Bar Hopper 101 has one. Hey Mingers, I'm a listener from a small town in California and have been having a great time every Monday when a new cast drops. My question is if you lads have ever seen the BBC anthology series Inside Number 9. I'm not sure if I've heard it mentioned on the cast before, but I believe it's much better than Black Mirror. I recommend it if you like short, contained stories with great acting, particularly the second episode of Series 1, which contains no dialogue. Anyways, I hope you Mingers a happy rest of the year. Cheers. I'm pretty sure I actually did bring this up on a cast like ages ago, very briefly. It is very good from what I've seen. I can't say I've seen every episode, but it does have that. I find it lame how it's called Inside Number 9. It's got the this what was it called, Psychoville? There was like a show. They've done a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I was gonna say their style reminds me of the Ryan Johnson-y subverting, you know, but not in the way people don't like, you know, not in the Star Wars Last Jedi way, more in a, you know, the Knives Out sort of way, where it's like clever writing, it's trying to trick you, it's using already established formulas to, you know, to flip on its head and surprise you. From what I've seen, there's some really creative writing in it, and acting and everything, so I'll check it out. It's on my watch list to properly go through, but from what I've seen, yeah, it is really good. Psychological Cup 674 has one for James. Revisiting the beans and pasta meme, I find it odd you never specify which combination of beans and pasta you find optimal. Does sauce matter? For example, last week I made a rigatoni with black beans and the typical basil marinara sauce.
That's too... No, it's too much. Baked beans, fusilli. Right. That's... Can I just say, fusilli is the worst pasta? I'd take penne over it any day.
Well, penne is not one of the best ones. So, fusilli sucks.
Just taste
you guys are going to have to break down the shapes, because I'm a visual thinker.
Fusilli, yeah, the twisty spirals.
They don't suck.
They're
They're
shit.
shit. They're shit.
They are terrible.
not.
They're the worst.
Yeah,
Penne?
Wait, I just googled. Wait, you guys don't like this one?
No!
What the fuck
What's
is
wrong
wrong
with
with
that
it?
It tastes terrible.
It's a terrible pasta shape.
Yeah,
Then
it
act
It's
is.
like
lovely
it
with
tastes
pesto.
Actually, the worst one might be the little like bow tie motherfuckers. They suck.
Yeah, they...
Oh man, I made an awesome one with the bow ties, because they in each little bow tie section it like absorbs a bunch of sauce. That's some
No,
good shit.
penne's best, and it's the little shells. They're good. I like the
Yeah,
shells.
I agree. The shells very high tier. Conchigli.
Conchiglione, I think you'll find.
Then you got spaghetti.
I think I'll find it's conchigli wiggly
Pigly.
knit.
Spaghetti's epic.
Have you guys tried the spaghetti with the hole all the way through?
Yeah, they're good.
Maybe spaghetti
I've had
actually
that.
sucks.
What?
No, that's shit.
No, spaghetti is a shit pasta shape.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Spaghetti.
No, spaghetti's awesome.
Spaghetti is terrible.
What's wrong with spaghetti?
Yeah,
How
Crap.
can you?
It's just crap.
No, the key.
What the
The
fuck
key
am I
really-
hearing right now?
Yeah, tagliatelle is superior
No,
spaghetti.
tagliatelle's
No,
terrible.
Nah,
Wrong.
nah,
Yeah,
nah.
spaghetti's crap.
No,
and if you
no.
like
neither is superior.
typical white people, man. I just can't believe. Yeah, I
Nah,
can't believe
you're
you
being
guys. Now
racist
I've
against
won.
the
Now I've
Italians.
won.
You're
Now
being
I've won.
racist against the Italians,
Now
man.
I've won.
Do you order
So you
the
say you agree?
bloody
Italians are
ketchup?
white people. Is that what you're saying? Italians are white people? You're getting cancelled.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, it
I-
is.
No, because you're not appreciating what the Italian culture incentivizes. The Italian culture came up with all these fucking crazy ass motherfucking shapes. And I think the way to truly enjoy pasta is to keep it varied, keep trying all the different ones, rotate throughout. So you don't get bored of penne, so you don't get bored of spaghetti, so you don't get bored of tagliatelle, so you don't get bored of ravioli,
Okay,
so you don't
okay.
get bored of conchiglione, so you
Say.
don't get bored.
Lasagna sheets,
Dingle
they're not
dangle.
even versatile. Lasagna sheets aren't even versatile. Why
No,
are
they are
they're just-
if you break them up into strips.
But
Shut the fuck up.
But lasagna fucking slaps.
You know
Yes.
what? I'm gonna make pasta, and I'm gonna boil lasagna sheets just in water, like I start any old pasta dish.
Just cover
You
it
could
in
make
olive
like a
oil,
burrito
damp in the,
out of like pasta, like
Oh, it just sounds horrible. Just a soggy sheet.
just like wrap up like bolognese.
We have to just soak bread.
That's called a pasty.
Pasties aren't even good.
How do you guys feel about spaghetti that isn't pasta, like courgette or squash?
I've never actually had that. Never really been
It's
engaged
bullshit.
to.
It's not pasta.
Yeah.
You can't call it pasta if it's not pasta.
Well, you know, it's filling the same role in the meal.
Call it
but-
Yeah.
conchiglione.
Yeah, call it con wiggly biggly blobly. No one get anything else to follow that one up with. Looks like we'll end it there.
Mm.
Dingle on the donny? Yeah, I don't know.
Pasta. Yummy.
Anybody
let's
got
do this
anything funny
one.
to say?
No, I think we squeezed all we could out of the pasta one. Zreed's Reddit has one for us. There's been a lot of discussion of various cartoons with wildly varying opinions. Family Guy, BoJack Horseman, Big Mouth, Rick and Morty, etc. It's been interesting hearing the Jar Boys' thoughts on these shows, but I'm wondering what you guys think of a certain kind of kids' cartoon. Shows like Gravity Falls, Over the Garden Wall, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I genuinely think all those shows are extremely well made, with loads of beautiful animation, well written and relatable characters, and very compelling stories. There are also other more niche shows like Adventure Time and Steven Universe that somewhat fit into the same category, but I think appeal to a more specific kind of audience. Any thoughts on those kinds of cartoons?
I ain't got no
Parents is
fucking
pretty
time.
good.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say that.
What did James say? I missed
I
it.
said Fairly Odd Parents is pretty good. That's the worst fucking show, man. The worst show. Fuck Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, fuck Fairly Parents.
I ain't got no time for a lot of those shows that were just mentioned.
Yeah.
So, like, Adventure Time, you get some little laughs out of that shit, but
If it's got Bender in it, then sure. If not,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
if it's got Mender in it, then maybe.
Out of all of those, I've seen Over the Garden Wall and some of Adventure Time. And I like them both. They're cool, but I mean, with those shows, I remember when they were airing, it's just like such a ball ache trying to watch it in any order. Like before these streaming sites, I just never bothered with any like show like that that was split out across weeks, and you could just never, unless you had like the proper schedule and shit and recording it. But I just remember trying to keep up with. I tried to watch Avatar when it was on TV, but like the episodes never linked and the stories like jumped around, and it was like a really frustrating way of trying to watch it. But I do want to see The Last Airbender at some point. I've just heard too much good shit about it, and Dave Filoni was involved with it, and
Dave
does seem-
Conchiglione was involved.
I think
Okay,
he's
I
one of the
might-
reasons it's really good. So
Is it on Netflix?
I believe so. To be honest, it was the. I've never been interested in like your Gravity Falls, Steven Universe type shit. I mean,
But
sure there's
Gravity
something
Falls is
there.
in the Rick and Morty universe.
is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I also heard it's in the Undertale universe as well. Yeah, I don't know. Let's end on this one then. From Skinny and Humble. Do any of you guys suffer badly with lint? Bonus question, does Jim still have the toe knife to clean the fluff out of his little toesies? Thanks, Babbers.
To answer that one, I got a new shower head, and it's got a lot of pressure. It's got much more pressure, so the shower blasts out water, so I can blast the toenail goop straight out of there.
Oh, nice. So you got
Yeah.
rid of the knife then?
Yeah, no knife anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have a toe knife.
The toe knife. What about lint? Do you suffer with lint?
In a
was
I
way.
think it's quite
It's-
yummy.
It's been quite warm here the last few days in the UK. So when I was out walking the dogs, I got a little bit of a sweat going. When I got back, I was fishing in my belly button and found like the most disgusting bit of lint I've ever seen in my life.
Is that what it's actually called? The belly button fluff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lint.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I
do you
pulled
suffer
out
from it?
No, I pulled out one like a few months back that had been in there some time.
Ah,
Well,
bro.
had to
You
really
don't wash
dig
it out
up.
in the shower?
No, I do. It's like no. This one was like so deep. It was like from my birth. Fuck! It took a while to get out.
That's something fucked up
Oh.
I used to do. I used to get I'd get a pair of like fingernail scissors, and I'd use the blade to like dig shit out of my belly button.
What?
The only way-
Why'd you use a blade?
Yeah.
Well, scissors.
Yeah, but
Right.
nail scissors are like all sharp and pointy in that way that like
Well,
conventional
yeah, so
sort of
you
scissors.
can use it to like hook shit.
Yeah, I know. I get where Jim's coming from.
Yeah, so
Just
I'd
don't-
dig in there. The only trouble is like you'd get a little bit of skin out, and then you're just making skin come out. Basically, you're just like pulling your stomach out of your belly button.
Yeah, don't finger your belly button until there's fucking blood coming out.
No, you can finger it though. That's fine. Just not with a blade.
I just
No, it's like an addiction. You keep getting this bit of skin out. You know, if you have peely skin, there's
No.
always a bit to get. Do you know what I mean?
If you have peely skin.
Yeah, if you got peely skin, there's always more.
Surely if you have peely skin, you need to like moisturize it or get some E45 on that bad boy.
Yeah, but you got to peel it all off first.
A bit
like
of Nivea or
snake.
something, you know?
Re-skin yourself like a snake.
Reskin yourself like a snake.
Yeah. Live like a dog, reskin yourself like a snake.
On that note, I think we're at the end here, lads. Holy shit. Any final words?
Conchiglione.
Yeah, leave your favourite pasta in the comments. And whichever one gets the most upvotes is the best pasta in the fucking world. Hang on, it's not upvotes, it's likes, isn't it, on comments, sorry. The Redditor in me was bleeding out.